See some more? Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got to change to get mount. How can I walk in doubt?
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks.
Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And we're underway from Seattle. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to fourth overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns have more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
They go again with Taylor. They'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Trying to get it with the option. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings him out.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60, 70 Timberwolf. Hurt. Ready.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
Here we go. Panther Street.
They give up the gut to Walker. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Airing it out on 1st down. Has a man. It's Brown. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Man in motion here. On 2nd and 14 now. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he breaks breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Walker on first down. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Reward that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Back to throw, needing a first. He finds him beyond the marker. They come through with a massive gain there on 4th down, 24 yards, and it's a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Smash, smash.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. He brings it in. And he's tackled after gaining a hand.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted, but that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. This, our last play of the quarter. That one finds Josh Downs. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. As the open man downfield. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis. The Colts take a second quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts take a 4-point lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield. The Seahawks and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Set, go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
This is Walker on 2nd. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Go. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready, ready.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18.
Now Walker. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Juju Brents with a stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Go, Reed, go! Go!
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready!
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Myers' kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offense set to head out. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First down throw here from Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on!
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That's complete to Pittman. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Here we go! Go!
Here's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That one's cut along the left sideline. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts grow their lead just before halftime. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point.
Rocco switch!
The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts grow their lead to 8.
14, Seahawks 6.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's shown some burst on his return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. He's on the move. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Gets this to Slayton. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3.
and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
From midfield now. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it. That makes it second down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30. You're right at the 31. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the
Here we go,
31-yard
set.
line.
They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms, but it slips through. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
He'll throw it yet again. Has a man. It's Brown. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Set up. Trap 60, trap 60. Hurt.
Running back sent in motion.
19 Lion. 60 Maverick. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks earned the chance to tie it before halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense.
Now we have a stoppage. No.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
No change to the call on fields. That play's going to remain a touchdown. The Seahawks offense, look at this. They aren't leaving the field, lining up and going for 2.
Set go.
He's throwing for it. And now down he goes. He's sacked, and they're unable to tie this game.
You spend all week on 2-point plays trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Let's go now.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. They get 5 yards, and that is how we close out half number 1. The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. So as we get set to... It's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It's Walker on the give. This is ahead for about 5. Juju Brents with a stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On 1st down, they'll run. He's got a gain of 6 there. Play made by E.J. Speed. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
2nd and 4. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. They send the tight end in motion.
Hey, check that, street.
To the ground with Walker. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now. Let go. Go.
Setting up a throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
throw on third down. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Set. Ready.
Trying again following the sack. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And this is down all the way to the 3. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take the lead right away in half number 2. They failed on a 2-point try earlier, so settling for the traditional point after this time around. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks jump in front now by 5. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Finds his man, Downs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he reaches the 35 before going out.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Shut up.
On the carry, it's Walker. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Go.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Seahawks with it. Currently. Second down now, 7 to go.
Go check. Go check. Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
Throwing now, off play action. He finds Slayton. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They've got a man in motion. First and 10, looking to throw. Connects with Slayton. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Set. Go.
From the 47. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that leaves him with third and short.
Ready.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Right there. Check go.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go.
70. Lion. Ready.
From the 46. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They're throwing it. Taking a big shot for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks push the lead up to 12. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here.
Get it.
Now a toss play, Taylor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Ready.
Option give to Taylor. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
On first down, it's Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Ready? Ready?
First down throw here from Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Richardson now on 1st and 10. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it. The 30. It's the 10. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out.
Okay, break.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready?
After the pick, Richardson back to the air. Quick slant taken in by Pittman. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Come on, come on.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. He's got Pierce. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Colts hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Jack. Quick, quick.
They'll throw again. Richardson. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr., so it's going to be 4th and short.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Ready up.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Right, Jack, Panther.
They're going Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Roll. Check. Bring it.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He finds Sanders. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Got to hurry this to the line. From the 38. Taylor makes the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Let's go now.
To throw, Richardson. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
Richardson on third. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Julian Love.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So several thousand 12th men and women